Have you ever felt like you're living in a world that wasn't quite built for you? Like you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, but the peg isn't just square, it's multidimensional, complex and filled with depths that others can't quite see. If you're an INFJ, that feeling probably hits home harder than you'd like to admit. Today we're going to explore the intricate web of reasons why INFJ often struggle to achieve their dreams, and more importantly, we'll uncover the hidden pathways to breaking free from these patterns that have held you back for far too long. The perfectionist's paradox. Perfectionism in INFJ isn't just about wanting things to be flawless, it's a deeply ingrained way of viewing the world that stems from their unique cognitive functions. As an INFJ, your dominant introverted intuition constantly creates detailed visions of how things could and should be. This isn't just about wanting a clean house or a well-organized desk, it's about seeing the perfect version of every situation, relationship, and life path. The challenge comes when this perfectionism collides with reality. Think about the last time you tried to start a new project. You probably spent countless hours planning, researching, and envisioning the perfect outcome. Your mind likely created elaborate scenarios, considering every possible angle and implication. While this depth of thought can be incredibly valuable, it often becomes the very thing that prevents you from taking action. The gap between your perfect vision and the messy reality of getting started feels too overwhelming to bridge. What makes this particularly challenging for INFJ is that their perfectionism isn't just about external standards, it's deeply intertwined with their sense of identity and purpose. When an INFJ envisions something, it's not just a goal, it's a reflection of their deepest values and aspirations. This makes the stakes feel infinitely higher, and the fear of falling short becomes paralyzing. The empathy trap. The INFJ's empathic abilities are truly remarkable. You don't just understand others' emotions, you absorb them, process them, and often feel them as if they were your own. This extraordinary sensitivity to others' needs and feelings creates a unique set of challenges when it comes to pursuing personal goals. Imagine you're at a crossroads in your career. You've got this burning desire to pursue something more meaningful, something that aligns with your values and vision for the future. But then you start thinking about how your decisions might affect others, your family who depends on your stable income, your colleagues who rely on your support, or even the broader implications for your community. This isn't just consideration for others, it's a deep, almost visceral awareness of the ripple effects your choices might create. The empathy trap becomes even more complicated because INFJ often find themselves in roles where others depend on their emotional support and guidance. You might be the person everyone comes to with their problems, the shoulder to cry on, the wise friend who always knows what to say. While this role can be deeply fulfilling, it can also become an emotional burden that drains your energy and distracts from your own goals and needs. Analysis paralysis, the INFJ's nemesis. The INFJ mind is like a sophisticated supercomputer that never stops running scenarios and analyzing possibilities. This analytical depth is powered by the combination of introverted intuition and extroverted feeling creating a unique way of processing information that can be both a blessing and a curse. When faced with a decision, an INFJ doesn't just see the obvious options, they see layers upon layers of possibilities, implications, and potential outcomes. It's like standing at the center of a vast web, where pulling any single thread might affect countless others. This depth of analysis can be incredibly valuable in many situations, but it often becomes overwhelming when trying to make personal life decisions. Consider something as seemingly straightforward as choosing a career path. While others might focus on practical aspects like salary and job security, an INFJ contemplates questions like, how will this choice affect my ability to make a meaningful impact in the world? Will this path allow me to maintain authenticity while meeting societal expectations? How will this decision affect my relationships and personal growth? Each question spawns dozens more, creating an endless cycle of analysis that can make even small decisions feel monumentally complex. The invisible wall of self-doubt. Self-doubt in INFJ manifests in a uniquely complex way. It's not just about questioning abilities or decisions, it's about questioning the very essence of who they are and their place in the world. This self-doubt is often invisible to others because INFJ typically present a confident, composed exterior while maintaining a turbulent internal dialogue. The root of this self-doubt often lies in the disconnect between an INFJ's rich inner world and the external reality they navigate daily. You might have profound insights and deep understanding of situations, but translating these internal knowings into concrete actions or explanations can feel impossible. This creates a persistent doubt about whether your insights are valid or valuable in the real world. The authenticity struggle. The INFJ's quest for authenticity goes far deeper than most people realize. In a world that often rewards superficial connections and quick results, INFJ find themselves swimming against a powerful current. Their authentic self craves deep, meaningful interactions and pursuits that align with their core values, yet they're constantly confronted with a society that seems to value speed over substance. This struggle manifests in countless daily situations. In the workplace, you might find yourself crafting emails that feel artificially upbeat when you'd rather engage in genuine, thoughtful discourse. During social gatherings, you might participate in small talk while yearning for deeper conversations about life's big questions. This constant tension between your authentic self and societal expectations creates a unique form of stress that can gradually erode your confidence and motivation. The authenticity struggle becomes particularly challenging when it comes to career choices and personal relationships. You might find yourself in a well-paying job that looks perfect on paper but feels empty because it doesn't align with your values. Or you might maintain friendships that seem socially acceptable but lack the depth and meaning you crave. This misalignment between your authentic desires and your actual life circumstances can create a persistent sense of disconnection and unfulfillment. The hidden cost of being a chameleon. The INFJ's chameleon-like ability is both a remarkable gift and a heavy burden. This trait stems from your auxiliary function of extroverted feeling phi, which allows you to instinctively understand and adapt to the emotional needs and expectations of those around you. While this adaptability can make you excellent at navigating various social situations, it often comes at a significant personal cost. Think about how many times you've shifted your behavior, opinions, or even your energy level to match the people around you. In professional settings, you might become the composed, analytical colleague everyone relies on. With family, you might transform into the nurturing, patient listener. Among friends, you might adopt yet another persona that fits their expectations. While this ability to adapt can make others feel comfortable and understood, it often leaves you feeling exhausted and disconnected from your true self. The real danger lies in how this constant adaptation can lead you away from your authentic goals and desires. When you're so focused on meeting others' expectations and maintaining harmony, it becomes increasingly difficult to identify and pursue what you truly want. The lines between your authentic self and your adapted personas begin to blur, making it challenging to make decisions that align with your genuine aspirations. The idealism vs. reality clash. For INFJ, idealism isn't just a personality trait, it's a lens through which they view the entire world. Your mind naturally creates elaborate visions of how things could be, often seeing potential for positive change and improvement in every situation. This idealistic worldview is powered by your dominant introverted intuition knee, which constantly processes information to create comprehensive visions of ideal outcomes. However, this idealism frequently collides with the harsh realities of everyday life. You might envision a perfect career that combines your passions with meaningful impact, only to find that the available job options feel mundane or compromised. You might dream of deep, authentic relationships, only to encounter the limitations of time, distance, and others' capacity for depth. This constant tension between your idealistic visions and reality can lead to deep disappointment and frustration. The challenge becomes even more complex, because your idealism isn't just about personal goals, it often extends to broader societal issues. You might feel a deep desire to solve systemic problems or create meaningful change in the world, only to face the overwhelming complexity of real-world challenges. This can lead to a sense of helplessness when your grand visions for positive change meet the constraints of practical implementation. The energy equation. Understanding the INFJ's energy management is crucial to grasping why they often struggle to achieve their goals. Unlike many other personality types, INFJ operate with a complex energy system that requires careful balance between their internal world and external obligations. This isn't just about being introverted, it's about managing a sophisticated internal processing system while navigating external demands. Your energy reserves are constantly being pulled in multiple directions. The deep thinking required by your introverted intuition demands significant mental energy. Your extroverted feeling phi function requires emotional energy to maintain relationships and navigate social situations. Meanwhile, your need for meaningful work and authentic expression adds another layer of energy demands. It's like trying to power a high-performance engine with a limited fuel supply. The challenge becomes particularly acute because many of your natural coping mechanisms like deep reflection, solitude, or engaging in meaningful conversations often require time and energy that may not be readily available in your daily life. This creates a cycle where you're constantly operating at an energy deficit, making it difficult to pursue your goals with the intensity and focus they deserve. The communication conundrum. INFJ often experience a unique form of communication challenge that goes beyond simple introversion or social anxiety. Your rich internal world, filled with complex insights and nuanced understanding, can feel almost impossible to translate into words that others can fully grasp. This isn't just about being misunderstood, it's about the fundamental challenge of bridging the gap between your intuitive understanding and the concrete expression needed in daily life. The struggle becomes particularly evident when trying to explain your ideas or vision to others. You might have a crystal clear picture in your mind of how something should be, but finding the right words to convey that vision can feel like trying to describe colors to someone who's never seen them. This communication gap often leads to frustration and a tendency to keep your insights to yourself, which can prevent you from gaining the support and resources you need to achieve your goals. In professional settings, this communication challenge can significantly impact your ability to advance or implement your ideas. You might see innovative solutions to problems or have valuable insights into situations, but struggle to present them in a way that others can understand and appreciate. This can lead to missed opportunities and a sense of being undervalued or overlooked. Breaking through the INFJ's path to success. The path to success for an INFJ isn't about changing who you are, it's about learning to work with your natural tendencies rather than against them. This requires a fundamental shift in how you approach goal setting and achievement. Instead of trying to force yourself into conventional success strategies, you need to develop methods that align with your unique cognitive and emotional patterns. Understanding your energy cycles is crucial. Start by keeping a detailed journal of when you feel most energized, creative, and focused. Notice the patterns in your energy levels throughout the day and week. This isn't just about identifying your best working hours, it's about understanding the complex interplay between your internal processing needs and external activities. Use this knowledge to structure your pursuits in a way that maximizes your natural energy flows rather than fighting against them. The power of focused action becomes particularly important for INFJ because of your tendency to get lost in planning and analysis. Break down your larger visions into small, manageable steps that you can take immediate action on. Each small success builds momentum and helps bridge the gap between your idealistic visions and practical reality. Moving forward, practical implementation. The journey from vision to reality requires a structured approach that honors your INFJ nature while pushing you beyond your comfort zone. Begin by creating a personal manifesto that clearly articulates your values and long-term vision. This isn't just a goal list, it's a deep exploration of what truly matters to you and why. Develop systems that support your natural way of processing information and making decisions. This might include regular reflection periods, journaling practices, or scheduled blocks of time for deep thinking and planning. The key is to make these practices sustainable and integrated into your daily life rather than treating them as optional extras. Build a support network that understands and respects your need for depth and meaning. This might include other INFJ or intuitive types who can relate to your way of seeing the world. Having people who understand your process can provide valuable encouragement and feedback as you work toward your goals. Conclusion. The journey of an INFJ toward achieving their dreams is unique and often misunderstood. Your challenges aren't signs of weakness or inadequacy, they're natural consequences of having a rare and complex personality type in a world that often values different traits. By understanding and embracing your INFJ nature, you can begin to transform these perceived obstacles into stepping stones towards success. Remember that your sensitivity, depth, and vision are gifts that the world desperately needs. The key to achieving what you want in life isn't about becoming someone else, it's about learning to harness your natural strengths while developing strategies to manage your challenges. Your path to success may look different from others, but that's exactly as it should be. As you move forward, carry with you the understanding that your dreams aren't too big or too idealistic, they're exactly what they need to be. The world needs your unique perspective, your depth of understanding, and your capacity for meaningful change. By embracing your INFJ nature and learning to work with it rather than against it, you can begin to bridge the gap between your beautiful visions and your lived reality. The journey may not be easy, but it's infinitely worthwhile. Your ability to see what could be, combined with your deep understanding of human nature, positions you uniquely to create positive change in your life and in the world. The question isn't whether you can achieve your dreams, it's how you'll use your INFJ traits to create something even more meaningful than what you initially imagined. Remember, the very qualities that sometimes make it challenging to achieve your goals are the same qualities that will make your achievements uniquely valuable and impactful. Your journey isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about transforming both yourself and the world around you in the process.